you have a problem. I said the joke. Hey everybody, I'm Cortez and I'm a critic, and welcome. We are halfway through the AFC South and we're talking about the Houston Texans, a team that should not feel very comfortable right now as the number one team in the AFC South. I think they are literally a banana peel away from slipping out of it. Now, granted, Texan fans, I am not criticizing the Texans. I'm just addressing a point. Last year was C.J. Stroud's sophomore slump. They still won the division, but it wasn't as solidified. Remember, a lot of people, not me, because I wasn't that high on the Texans, thought the Texans were going to at least be Super Bowl contenders or even make the Super Bowl. I was like, no, not even close. And guess what? I was right. Not very often, but I was. It's because I really strongly believe the sophomore slump is very important, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. It's a way to showcase if their rookie season was that strong, the second season, I trust that every other team should be able to adapt to that rookie. That's why I feel like Jaden Daniels for Commanders might have the same problem. He might still be good, but he will be definitely more watched and more strategically placed against his second year. Now, C.J. Stroud had his strong season, rookie season. His slightly underperformed sophomore still made the playoffs, still won a playoff game, so not completely bad. And now week 3, like they say, third time's the charm. This is the real C.J. Stroud. So let's see. But, Texan fan, these are the 3 games I think that you need to pay attention to. Week 5 at Baltimore. It's Baltimore. They're already planning the Super Bowl trip, and they haven't even won a game yet. That's Baltimore. And you're on the road. And I don't normally like talking about the first 4 games because you got a Monday night game against Tampa, week 2, but that's still the first 4 weeks, so I don't use that against you because I believe the first 4 weeks is a preseason because that's when the starters are finally playing. So I'm not going to use that. But if I want to put like a, honorable mention, week 2 hosting Tampa could also be another, but it's a non-conference game, so even if you lose, it should not impact it too much. But at Baltimore, big test, especially when it comes to tiebreakers, because for all I know, Baltimore and the Texans could have the same record, not saying they are, could have the same record, but this tiebreaker in week 5 could determine whether you are the 3rd seed, 4th seed, or the 2nd seed. Big impact very early, even though it's very early. Week 12, you are hosting the Buffalo Bills. Same story like the Ravens. They're also playing the Super Bowl trip, even though they have not even played a game yet. But week 12, you're about halfway through the season. Teams are trying to determine what they really are. Are they contenders? Are they pretenders? Are they just wasting our time? Jets. Buffalo. Same rules applies like Baltimore. This game could determine where are you going to be seated when it comes to playoffs. Because let's be real, I think Buffalo and the Texans are probably going to be division winners. And if they have the same record, tiebreaker becomes a factor. Definitely want to avoid that. And then week 14 at Kansas City. The worst time to visit the Chiefs is past week 12 in the regular season because more than likely Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid, and basically Jake from State Farm are playoff set for the Super Bowl run again. So you want to go to Arrowhead when the Chiefs are basically preparing for playoff trajectory to go to the Super Bowl for the 4th year in a row? That is a major toll. So by then, Texans, you have better figure out what kind of team you are by this point, or else the Chiefs are going to look at you as a distraction and just push you to the side and move forward to next week. But if you want to make a statement and you want to prove you're more than just a flashy new toy in the AFC, beat the Chiefs. Because let's be real, you're probably going to play them again in the playoffs. and the Chiefs will be very, very pissed off. So, but at least you can beat them in the regular season. Highest point and lowest point for Texans. 11-win season seems pretty good. You're not going to blow people out, but you're going to be solid. You're going to be competitive. You're going to win games. You're even going to pull up wins you probably should not have won, but you're going to do it. 11 wins seems very plausible to me. But if you happen to stub your toe twice on the same toe, 8-9. You will just be like, yeah, you just missed the playoffs. You probably missed that cheap shot field goal. The running back probably dropped the ball on 3rd and 3, forcing you to kick a field goal, which then led to overtime loss. Whatever. NFL strategies praised by the NFL football gods dictate your future. That's what happens if you guys just don't go for the killing blow and you go for, let's be conservative, let's be economical, let's think, instead of saying, screw it, let's go for it on 4th and 1 at our own 10-yard line. Let's do it. MVP candidate for the Texans, CJ Stroud. He has been the biggest reason the Texans did so good his rookie season, and they did so their second year. CJ Stroud's quarterback play has not been detrimental to the team's failure, but it has been the reason for their success, even though last year did show some signs of, but it's still ride or die with CJ Stroud. My verdict for the Texans, I still see them as a playoff team. Division winners, probably the 4th seed. They will host a playoff game against the 5th seed, whether it's the Chargers, Broncos, whatever, but they will get a playoff game. And they'll probably get a playoff win. And the question after that will be, could they handle, more than likely, a division opponent on the road against Baltimore, Buffalo, or Kansas City? But that's in January. But for right now, playoff-bound Texans, I feel good about that. And that is the Houston Texans. We're down to one more team, the AFC South, and we're going to talk to the Indianapolis Colts, the 4th prettiest person of the 4 sisters. Yeah, it's like that. So until next time, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic. Thank you so very much for watching.